I'm Noreen and welcome to my kitchen, and today we have an option for you if you are putting a ham on your holiday table. A lot of people like to do a turkey and a ham, and this year I have made a brown sugar and maple glazed ham with a little balsamic vinegar and mustard, and it is going to knock your socks off. This glaze is outstanding, and I know you're going to love it. So let's go see how we make this beautiful maple and brown sugar glazed ham. We're going to go ahead and get started. This is a very simple glaze. It's going to be bright and tasty, sweet and savory. You're going to love it. A lot of people choose to have a ham in addition to a turkey, especially if they're going to be hosting a lot of people on Thanksgiving. So what I have here is about a 10-pound ham. And you'll notice that my ham is not spiral sliced, because after years of buying hams, I have come to the conclusion that I actually don't like spiral sliced hams. I much prefer to slice them myself. What you want to do, because your ham is going to come with some skin on it, and you're going to want to score that. So I'm going to just take a very sharp knife, and I'm going to start making some score marks. This is a Rata Stubby Butcher, and you just need to come in here and score that skin. If you don't score your skin, then that skin's going to shrink up and it's going to be horrible once it starts cooking. You just want to score it. You don't have to go very deep. You want to go down as far as you can. And then what I like to do is I like to go the opposite direction, and I like to make little diamonds. I'm just going to set my ham aside and we're going to build the glaze. All right, now we're going to go ahead and build our glaze. I have the 1 cup of brown sugar right here in my bowl, and we're going to add 1 cup of maple syrup. Now this is pure maple syrup, but if you only have pancake syrup, go ahead and use it. It's not going to be a big deal. Nobody is going to know, and I'm not going to tell, okay? I'm just going to get this kind of broken up in there. Now remember, this is a glaze. You're not going to be eating spoonfuls of this mixture all by yourself. This is just going to enhance the ham. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add some Dijon. This is not Dijon. This is German mustard. You can add whatever mustard you like. I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons. So now I'm going to add a little bit of poultry seasoning in here. This is very heavy on the sage and thyme, and it's going to add a lovely complement to the ham. Not only that, it's going to kind of add a complement to your entire Thanksgiving plate, especially if you're serving a turkey. And of course, you're going to probably season that up with some poultry seasoning or some sage or both. And this is going to kind of tie everything up together. Now, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a tablespoon to start of this really beautiful balsamic. You can use any kind you like. If you don't have balsamic on hand, then you can leave it out. Or you can add a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar if that's all you have. It's up to you. The balsamic is thick and it's sweet and it's got a flavor all to itself. I think it's going to complement this glaze really perfectly. And then the last thing we want to do is taste this glaze. Oh, you can taste that? Taste that. That's good.
Oh, yes.
That's really nice. And the balsamic, usually just a little bit, goes a long, long way. So, we're going to pop that in there. Now, I'm going to bring my ham back over here so we can glaze it. Would it be wrong to drink it? Probably. It might make your teeth hurt. Alright, now what I like to do is, at the beginning, I'm just going to take my spoon here. Now remember, my ham is fully cooked, so you don't have to worry too much about getting your utensil in there. I am going to switch to my pastry brush though. These silicone pastry brushes, oh, I just love them. Go ahead and glaze your ham really good. And then, we're not going to use it all right now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to pop this in a moderate oven, which is 350 degrees. I am going to put some some glaze on this part of my ham though. We're going to cook this at 350 for about an hour, and then we're going to go ahead and leave it in there for another half an hour. We're going to baste it every 10 minutes. That way we get a nice crust on the outside. And this skin is going to get like cracklings. It's going to be lovely. I want to add some water to the bottom of the pan. This is a very big pan, so I'm going to add what equals about 2 cups. Maybe a little bit more than that. This is a very heavy pan, so. Alright, this goes in the oven now at 350. And we're going to let it do its thing. We'll be back when it is time to baste it, and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, we're back, and it has been just about an hour it's been in the oven, this ham. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it a generous glazing. Now, your ham may not take as long as mine, and you're going to want to consult a roasting chart for the amount of time that you need to roast your ham for, okay? You're going to want this to be in the oven for about 10 minutes per pound. And really, it's just to set the glaze and heat the meat through, okay? So I think that another 20 minutes or so on mine is going to be plenty. So an hour and a half to, or less for this size ham. Now, this is going to go back in the oven for another 20 or 30 minutes, and I'll be back to show you what it looks like when it's ready to come out of the oven. Right, it has been about 15 minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and pull this out because I have some bread rising that's ready to go in. And look at the beautiful lacquer on this ham. It's so beautiful. Now all you have to do is let this rest. I would let it rest for at least a half an hour before slicing it. And then you're ready to serve it. A beautiful maple and brown sugar glazed ham, and I gotta tell you, that addition of balsamic and a little bit of mustard, it really takes this glaze over the top. You see this mahogany bark that is on the outside of this ham, and it tastes as good as it looks, folks, and that is no joke. This ham is going to feed us for several meals, breakfasts, lunches, casseroles. Ham bone is going to go into a soup, and I have to tell you how delicious this is. And even though we have both tasted this, we're going to do it again for you because it's so amazing. Oh my goodness,
That's so good.
it is so good. It really is, and so simple. You're gonna love it. So I hope that you give this maple and brown sugar glazed ham a try. There's so many ways you can glaze a ham, but this by far, I think, is one of my favorites. So I hope you try this, and I hope you love it. And until next time, happy holidays! Thank you for joining me in my kitchen today. I hope you liked what you watched today, and I hope that you try it, and I hope that you love it. If you liked what you saw, please consider hitting the thumbs up button and giving me a positive rating. And also, make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you're already not a subscriber, so that you don't miss out on any of the fun we have here in our kitchen every single day. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to come by tomorrow.